Hey, hey, hey! What's up,
Hey!
stars and mod stars?
Hello!
Season 5, episode 2. It was a lot of counseling going on throughout this whole entire episode. Everybody had their little one-on-one time with Dr. Francis. Dr. Francis had his work cut out for him this episode. They got to be paying. I hope they paying him good. Because Dr. Francis is going through it. He might need some counseling after giving them counseling.
I love him. And he has a whole lot of the intelligence and the wisdom that he carries. That black man. I love him.
He has it all. And I'm very happy that we got to see him come back the second half of this season. But now I look on the guide and it doesn't say season 4, episode whatever. Now it's saying season 5, episode 2. So now I guess they're considering this season 5 and not a season 4, part 2. At least according to the guide. I don't know what's going on. So that's why on the info on this video you see season 5, episode 2, because that's what they went by. So that's what I'm gonna go by. Besides, I don't know how many episodes it's been if you want to count it as season 4. But anyway, let's get to it. I just want to let everyone know that my cursor is not working. So I may not be showing everyone's, chat or comment that they have because
because
going on here. Yeah. But y'all know work with me. Y'all can read. Y'all know what's being said in the chat. And I'll just read it off instead of just bringing it up here. So let's get into it. So this episode started off with the continuance of Tiffany and Louis. So these two, I don't even know what to say because they're not receiving very well what Dr. Francis is trying to tell them.
After them preaching to us about being transparency. Looks like they're not ready to be transparent, I think.
Well, they transparent in letting it be known they ain't fucking with Dr. Francis.
Yeah.
That's what they transparent about. If anything else.
They're not being team players. They are not. And I hate that.
I feel like they could learn what their problems. I feel like they could really learn from Dr. Francis if they just listen to him and receive what he is trying to say. And I don't understand how if you still want to call it newlyweds, because you're basically newlyweds for the first 2 years, so to speak. So you're still kind of like newlyweds. So why wouldn't you want to receive it? And especially, why would you want to show the people that you thought you could talk about and
other people's marriages
that you're not willing to receive advice? So now they really like, oh, well, I really ain't trying to take advice from them. They can't even take it from someone else, but they want to give it to somebody else. So it's sort of speak to like,
it's crazy.
It is. It's absolutely insane. Like they have to receive it. And I don't understand why they can't. They don't have all the answers. And they can learn a lot. Because what they're going through is very fixable. A lot of couples go through this. So I don't understand why it's so hard for them.
And like you said, that they're still newlyweds, like you said, 2 years into almost 2 years now.
I think so.
Yeah.
At least when they were filming, at least by the time they were filming this, it had to be like 2 years.
Yeah. So they have a whole lot. Yeah, they have a whole lot.
Yeah, because I think they just had an anniversary, so I think they're into their they're into their third now, I believe. I want to say, don't quote me on that. Yeah, but yeah, they under 3 still. So.
They have a lot. They are not only are they able to learn from Dr. Francis, but also they took the scores, good and bad things that they are seeing in these marriages that they're saying, you know what, I wouldn't want us to move this way. I want us to move this way, but they are not ready to have that conversation with us. I mean, the whole reason you guys are on TV is because we want to see your storyline. We want to see what you're talking about. But if you're not ready, even a damn t-shirt, like everybody else is wearing the same. Why do you have to be controversial?
Yes. It's like you're just so not trying. You're not even you ain't even wearing the daggone shirts.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
where's y'all shirts? And I'm trying to figure out how come no one mentioned that. Like, nobody mentioned that they wasn't wearing the shirts to them. So I'm like, okay, did they not have to? I mean, they probably didn't have to, but dang, y'all could wear the daggone shirts.
Yeah, I feel like there should be some more respect on Dr. Francis' time and experience. I don't care if they are doing this with the scores, but when Dr. Francis says something, I think everybody needs to listen.
Exactly.
The way it started, Confessions. The way it started, it just did not start in the right. You cannot start excusing yourself. Oh, I'm gonna have a meeting. I had already talked to my husband. I'm gonna be having a meeting. I'm talking about the last episode, not this one. So it never started, and then he comes looking for you, and you're over there asking, are the other scouts here? Okay, so I don't like the energy. I don't like their energy.
I'm wondering if they even really wanted to go at all. Did they just go because Tisha asked and they didn't want to feel some type of way again that they conditioned but can't receive it? Because yes, you were late when it first started, and then when it did start, you go off. Tiffany goes off and takes the call, and then the whole back and forth trying to basically defend yourself or whatever y'all going through to Dr. Francis, and then Louis did it on his own when Tiffany went and took the call, defended it, and then y'all the next day y'all don't want to wear the shirts. They didn't do the worst at the conjoined leg for leg challenge, but they had some type of changes at a moment.
Right.
They didn't really focus on them much either that whole moment either. But y'all had a moment. And y'all don't want to wear the shirts. And then it's just like, and then you see on the next episode on the sneak peek, they end up leaving. So they didn't learn anything.
No.
From this, I don't think. They may have learned some things that they feel that they can change within themselves, but they ain't learned nothing substantial that will go a long way for them to use the tool.
I remember in one of their confessions. I remember in one of their confessionals, they were telling each other, what is it that we're going to learn from him? I don't think we're going to learn anything from him. They say that. And so if this is the mentality they're coming here with, definitely, you're not open to the process, then you're not going to receive anything. The heck is that?
And it's funny because I felt, and I'm sorry, let me apologize right now to Marceau, because I felt Marceau would have been the one not wanting to receive it. But it's them, both of them. I just felt it would be Marceau itself. I knew Tisha would.
Yes.
But I felt it would have been both, but that was both of the
the two of them.
I'm surprised, especially from Tiffany, because I feel like she, has the most going on to where she feels something needs to be fixed. Like she wants to have a baby. The whole sex thing. And trying to figure out, I figured for the type of woman that she is, that's something she would have been all about, which is what surprises me a lot about her.
Yeah.
Really?
I agree. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing. I was, hoping they would be able to share and we get to watch the experience, what it is, because you can clearly see Marceau is asking serious questions.
Yes.
And now I don't know about Kimmy's and Maurice's situation over there talking about sex. I feel like they have had enough of it. I don't know. They're just trying to create a storyline. And
that's what I feel. I said this before the show went on hiatus. And you know what? This is kind of off topic, but this is why I don't like it being called a season 5. Because we didn't get to have a season 4 reunion to wrap all that up for y'all to call it a season 5. I just wanted to make that announcement. But okay, so back to before it went on hiatus, and that whole sex thing didn't even start until the actual moment and day and time she told him that they were going on a retreat. This was never talked about prior at all.
Yes.
Even when they were having their talks about Tiffany and Lewis, he never said, well, we got that same problem too. You know, so it started right then and there. So that's why I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
But, you know, like, that reminds me of Love and Marriage, DC, when Tyler was saying, is that his name? The Tylers, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, you know, every day production gives you something to talk about. And they'll see if it's going to stick or not. So every day you got to have it. Like, he was talking about his son. I said, you know, my son was never going to be a DJ. They just, it's something that the production told me, you know, come up with this because, you know, the other guys are DJ and, you know, so, you know, they give you all these stories to come up with. So who knows? Maybe production was telling them, you know what, this is.
Right.
This is what you're going to talk to us. But I watched Original Straight Shooter.
Mm-hmm. Original Straight No Chaser.
Yes. but yeah.
Mine just be naming anybody, anything. Bless your heart.
She says that Kimmy was diagnosed with breast cancer. An aggressive breast cancer. So I'm happy that, you know, we are seeing her, you know, even with this alive IGs, that she's still doing good and she's strong. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But
now that you mention that, now that she's going through that battle, her body's, you know, going through these things. Of course, she ain't trying to have sex with you every day.
That's even selfish. That is even selfish for you to even talk about such things when somebody's, you know.
But I'm wondering if, you know, they couldn't bring that up quite yet because it ain't got to that point of the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So, but still, even if that is the case, and he knows better, he shouldn't be thinking he should be thinking like this about her. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be about sex. It should be about the well-being of your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Maurice, I don't see Maurice as that type of person, which is all the reason why I feel like this is fake.
Yeah. Listen, if there's a couple that we know they don't have a problem with that, it's these two.
Because I hope they take this as a compliment. Because you know, out of all of the couples, they seem the most together.
Very into each other. Yes.
So please take it as a compliment.
Yes.
Because they don't have problems like that. They don't have these type of situations.
Right. And they don't have, and they also
on screen.
Yeah, and they also don't have little kids. You know, like the teacher who is gonna be, you know, by the time you're done with your day, you're drained. You know what? This, you know, their kids are not that young. So, you know, of course, you know, so exactly. I don't know. I don't get it
either. But I just feel that at some point, you know, that's it's gonna switch on to something else. That can't just continue to be the storyline at the whole time. But the point is, so the morning after, that's where you see the Scots going after them again. So it was like gang up on the Whitlow's day. And that's where they continue to tell them, you know, how y'all gonna be like this, you know, try to give us advice and y'all couldn't, you know, and y'all can't even take Dr. Francis' advice. And it was, and of course they got defensive a little bit, but it was at that moment, Lewis apologized. He apologized to Marceau, basically.
For what?
Like, you know, you're right, I see where you're coming from. But Marceau took the apology, but it's like he just put it in his back pocket and he go see what happened with it. Because like Marceau said, he's all about the action. You know, words are words, but it's the actions behind it that matter the most, that shows if you're really sorry or not. So that's going to be really interesting to see if he really holds that up. Because he really has neither of them have any room to talk anymore.
No.
After this, especially if they actually do leave by the next episode. And that's really messed up if that's what happened.
Right.
Now,
if they do that, you know, they should not even be talking about, not forget about even the marriage, not just marriage, but about anything, about anybody on the cast.
Right.
Whether it's a business, whether it's a no. They have lost that credibility, and they cannot be talking about. Listen, this might also be the last season. You know, they're boring people. They're boring. If you're not, and especially if you're not going to be part of this is the only thing that would have made you guys interesting. I mean, what else? Tell me, Confessions. What else is interesting with these people? What else?
This is my theory. Obviously, there is something that it may not be shown on the camera, but there is something very interesting and something about them. Because for whatever reason that no one can see on camera, Tiffany is Carlos King's favorite. And, you know, Carlos is a messy kind of guy. He, you know, loves the gossip. I mean, obviously, look what he presents to us. So what is it about Tiffany that isn't being shown on camera for her to be his favorite?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Something up with that. And he doesn't deny it, she's his favorite. But why? Not that I feel that they're just bad, because I love me some Tiffany. And
I thought Kimmy would be.
She is his favorite.
I thought Kimmy would be. Like, Kimmy is, you know, everybody would like Kimmy. So I don't know why would Carlos like Tiffany? I don't know. I mean, there's nothing there.
Not that there's nothing, but I feel like there is something that they ain't showing on the show, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to know what that is, what's about, because it's something. It's definitely something.
But what is it about the show? The show is supposed to be for us, not for Carlos King. We are the ones who are supposed to be saying it's entertaining. This and this, or this couple is entertaining. This marriage is interesting. Would like to follow them. I'm not feeling that with Tiffany and Willow. Is that?
But they're giving us more this time around than they did their first season, though. You know, I don't understand. I mean, they both wanted to do the show, I'm sure. So I feel like they should be giving a little bit more. They know what the show is about. They know what sells on this show. But obviously they don't have those problems, or they really don't want to show those problems, because, you know, everyone, like I said, everyone at some point has said that they have things that they're just not going to talk about on the show. Like, they have, you know, an understanding with each other on what they'll talk about between each couple on the show. And I don't know what they won't talk about the Whitlows, but whatever it is, that's all that there may be, and it's just not coming off on camera. Because if they're going to call this the 5th season, I mean, this would be their 3rd season on the show, because they came on season 3. You're here season 4.
Yes.
Now you want to call it season 5. So now this is y'all 3rd season on the show. Y'all got to present us something more than just wanting to have a baby and sex, because that's just average out there.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has had that. A lot of people don't have that storyline in these shows. So y'all gonna have to give us something else, something more that we could be like, ooh.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is, because remember, she came in there, she was looking for her biological mother or whatever. You know, that ended. I mean, you know. So you know, I would you know what I would love to see? I would love them to show us the blended family. You know, the ex-wife and the ex-husband, and see how, you know, that is. You know, something organic, something, you know.
Yes, because once you leave this, because I feel like this, once you leave this retreat, all of that is in the past now. You didn't want to receive the information and the advice, so you can't continue to talk about this when y'all leave. Y'all should have stayed at the retreat and handled it. So to talk about it after will probably be boring.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see how their storyline goes once, you know, everyone's home and back from the retreat. And it looks like next episode is the last of the retreat, because you see scenes of all of the boys out at the bar with Martell telling him about what happened at the retreat. So we'll see Martell with all the boys next episode. And that's when we'll see Destiny finally come through, and she's talking with Kimmy. I'm not sure if someone else was there or not, but Destiny and Kimmy were talking. I'm not sure if Letitia was there. She might have been, but so we'll finally see a little bit of Destiny. And so that's what I'm saying. At this point, the part of that whole storyline is going to be done after this. So now
are they talking about Martel's assistant and that situation?
I think that's also was part of the sneak peek. I want to say, yeah, because that's what Destiny and Kimmy was another thing that they were talking about in the store. That whole thing.
Yes,
so that's coming about.
Yes,
and they showed Melody and Martell together, and now Mel is about to tell Martell about Miss Wanda said about Sugar Mama. So we close to the fight, y'all. We close to the fight. We about to get to the fight real soon. Within the next 2 or 3 episodes, we should have the fight. Because if they talk about it next episode, it may happen all in one whop, and they ain't just say showing us that. But it's coming within the next 2 episodes, obviously. So that's about to be a banger. And then the whole class that happens in the aftermath after that is about to be a lot.
It's gonna be interesting.
So I feel like this episode was really kind of a filler because not a lot of interesting things really happened except the fact that the Whitlows in the situation. But one interesting thing that really did happen, which thrilled me, was this scene. So Mel and Miss Marlene finally meet up together, and they have lunch, brunch, breakfast, whatever they had, and they had a conversation. Is what they had.
That was beautiful.
And it was underlying shade a little bit, but they still was trying to push through. I want to say for the greater good of the grandchildren and the children.
Right.
So I want to say, Miss Monique, hey, what's up, girl? Ellen B, what's up, baby? And so Miss Marlene is funny. So Mel had brung up to her like, looky here. I saw what you had said about me and killing your son. And I'm about to do this and that to your son. And your son does everything. And I'm lazy. And she went on to tell, like, look, I ain't never been lazy. I ain't lazy now. I wasn't lazy then. So basically, what is you talking about?
That's true. And Melody, you can say many things about Melody, but she's not lazy.
And I will say that's true. Melody, I've never, from what I've seen, since the show been on, Melody has never been lazy. She's always been doing a lot.
Yeah.
So much that obviously she don't got time to have her kids and leaving them with 24 or whatever.
That is the angle I would have wanted her to approach the situation, because it isn't about having too much to do until you're compromising on the time that you should be having with your children. So
yes,
the balance.
So, but Miss Marlene did hold back. She said, "Yeah, I said it. That is what I said, because it was like that." What Ellen? Oh Lord, I'd be scared when Ellen B say something. I was like, "Yes, Mel, tell her that half ain't married, so she don't know what husbands and wives do." Damn, that's cold, girl. And yes, that was the truth. But she, but even though Mel was like, "Oh, poop, you tried it," but she was just like, okay, Mama Ho, She unblocked her though. She showed her in her phone that she still got her in as Mama Ho, and Ms. Mama Ho thought that was cute. That was crude. That was real crude. And she unblocked her right there. And she said, if we ever want to go out to eat, I want to be able to call you up and be like, come on, girl, let's go out to eat. Let's go get something with the kids or whatever. And she was like, and I'll be there. You a sweet girl. You the mother of my grandchildren. So it is what it is. So they got on the right foot, but I still feel like there's some underlying, unresolved in their feel.
Yeah.
Because of the things and how it was said. Because Miss Marlene didn't back down from what she said. She's like, yeah, I said it, but that's in the past. We can go past that. But Mel still like, but so that's really how you feel? And she never got like, I'm sorry for saying that. I didn't mean that. Miss Brown was like, yeah, I said it. But Mel has always done a lot, you know, and she even made the point to say, you know, Martell has, you know, I've catered to Martell and Martell has catered to me, you know, especially when I was pregnant and after having children. Of course. So maybe he may have, you know, catered to her more, but she sat there and carried them children and bared them. You got to realize that. And I'm sure, I don't know how it went when she had Martell, but I'm sure you had hope that someone was there to cater to you too after you having a child. So that says a lot right there. But Miss Marlene a different type of woman, so yes. But I was surprised that Mel didn't mention anything about what she said, because she had a couple of things to say about Miss Van at Once Upon a Time, but she didn't say nothing. But one thing that they did show. Why are you scared to read my comments? It's you!
Hey, nobody's scared. Nobody's scared.
I ain't never scared
about reading your comments on.
But one thing they did show was this. When she had text this to Miss Marlene saying, your son is a liar. You have upheld Martell for a very long time, not made him take responsibility. Since day one, been nothing but good to you and fair when it came to you. Y'all enjoy and do what y'all do. Don't text back because I'm blind. At least she told her and gave her a warning to let her know what was up. But, you know, I can agree. This is one thing I can't agree with Mel about. It's regardless if you're right or you really know what that person's intentions are. If someone is, you know, messing up your energy and in your presence and all of this on you, block. I'm all about that. Block somebody. You don't want to see what they talking about or letting them reach you like that. Block. I ain't got no problem with block you. I love block.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree with that, because even Letitia blocked her ass and Melody blocked hers, because, you know, if you're not right, yeah. I mean, I don't want to keep. I'm blocked. I don't want to keep seeing your posts, your shady comments on Instagram, trying to throw some shade over here. I've got better things to do. I don't have to protect my energy, you know. I don't have to see that.
But with her, she blocked her number so she couldn't call her personal phone. It wasn't about everything. Social media.
We block everything.
You can't get in touch with me no more.
You block everything. You block their numbers. You block their Facebook. You block everything.
Yeah. So that's when she was like, okay, that was something different. And so I guess that's when Miss Marlene felt, you know, like, okay, this is how you feel. I'm going to go for the juggler. Yeah, you was going to kill my boy. Such and such, such. Like, okay, that's a little harsh to say that to that extent. But Melody had brought up a point where she was like, I brought this up to your son the other day or whatever, when she remembered when Miss Marlene would say, y'all need to sit down somewhere because y'all doing too much. Which gave the impression that she knew she was never a lazy woman. And I think that kind of made Miss Marlene be like, oh, well, you're right, I did say that. But Miss Marlene still stood 10 toes down. That's what she is. This ain't gonna work. Just go on with it. So at the end of it all, like I said, Mel blocked her, and that was that, and that's all that was with that. But then it came to a point where Miss Marlene had went and talked with Martell.
Yeah.
And so, and I love this Jess on Miss Marlene. She looks so cute here.
She looks cute, yeah.
Like, okay, girl, you working it. The braids, the G's, like,
yes.
Mace up is beat. Okay, girl, you go.
She looks
so
good.
Yeah. He came to him, and he's working in the office doing his INS wine thing, the wine that I still have not received. and and you know, she told him
I'm drinking my Corona. That's why I'm drinking my Corona, because, you know,
I get to my Tito's and nothing wrong with that. So she had told him what happened at the little lunch that they had and everything that was said, and she didn't say nothing bad about her. She told everything that happened. I don't know how much detail she went into and what they edited out, but she told him everything that happened and everything was on good terms. And you could see Martell's face kind of light up, like he was so happy, you know. And I understand when he's coming from, because you know Miss Marlene had no business getting into that. Oh, because this was another thing that she said. She asked her, "Did I ever say anything wrong or out the way to you, or anything bad like that?" And Miss Marlene was like, "No." She was like, "Exactly. So why are you getting into something you hurted yourself where you didn't need to insert yourself?"
You know, one thing I would give Melodies, because she knows how, you know, I wish Wanda was Melody's mom. You, in the sense that Melody's gonna tell her, you know what, this is my marriage. Don't get yourself into this marriage. It's between me and my husband. Something that Letitia has failed to do when it comes to Miss Wanda in her marriage.
And that's a page she could take. If anything, any advice she could take from him,
that's what I'm saying.
That needs to be the advice.
That's what I'm saying.
But what's gonna suck is when we see at some point that Funky Dineva comes and says what she says, with everything that Marceau has said to her. Now she wants to receive it. But you know, but that's kind of how it goes. You know how when your mom can tell you something, or your elders can tell you something, and you don't receive it until someone from the outside says it, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
So. I hope so, because she really is destroying her daughter's marriage. She really is. What you coming to bring in those doubts, you know, how is it benefiting her or the marriage?
It's not. But it's like, I feel like this.
Hey, I still miss Wanda and her shittiness and her messiness. Come on, bring her back. I wanted to see her.
Oh, you gonna see her back, but she gonna be swinging.
I know.
She gonna come in swinging, literally. Literally gonna come in swinging.
Lord.
Wanda is also her mouthpiece against her husband. And that's also true. But here's the problem with that. Miss Wanda feels that she can say what she wants, but sometimes people, you know, take it too far. You give somebody an inch, they go a mile. Like, add that up. I ain't tell you to do all that. But they feel that they're entitled to, like, I'm up here fighting your battles for you. I should be able to say how I feel or whatnot.
There are no boundaries.
For her. If she ain't saying nothing, don't say nothing. Okay. If she ain't said nothing, don't say nothing. You can't just sit here and just insert yourself into your daughter's marriage. You did not marry this man. She did. And if she's gonna deal with it, then let her deal with it. You don't gotta always be there and fight her battles for her. That's for her to do. Tisha's a grown-ass woman. She can do it. And she needs to learn to do it more. And that's the thing. When you got someone who is your mouthpiece, you feel you ain't gotta be. Because why she gonna say it, and then I turn around and say it too. That's why she do need to stop letting Miss Wanda insert herself the way that she do. She do need to set some boundaries.
There are no boundaries. I was gonna say that. There are no boundaries. There are no boundaries.
You go in home and sleep with this man next to this man every night. Yes. Not your mama.
Yes.
Not your mama. She go home to her boyfriend and her husband or whichever one and do whatever she do in peace away from that. So that's something totally different.
Yes.
So and that's just something that you got to understand. I know that's your mama here, but you grown now. This is your marriage. You took vows, she didn't. Period.
Right.
Point blank.
Yes.
You know, so it is what it is. But that's why I feel that that's one thing she could take from Mel. Because Mel ain't about that. Like, she's gonna stay out of this. This is about me, him, this is our shit. Which is acceptable. You just gotta understand that. But
even
that whole moment come though, when Funky don't even say that, and he be like, "You better not agree with him." When I've been saying that this whole month time, and she got that look like, "Oh, I'm in trouble," because she want to agree with him, but it's gonna look real messed up when she do in front of her husband, who been telling her that this whole entire time.
But that goes back also to the conversation that they're having with Dr. Francis, that, you know, once we started having problems, when people started, you know, talking about a man, and you remember them showing Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda is the one who's been talking about it, and Dr. Francis saying, you know, you cannot argue with the truth. Correct?
Right. Yeah, that's what happened when Dr. Francis talked to them. You know, Tisha is willing. You see that Tisha is more willing to do than what he is willing to do. And, you know, he brought up the fact that, you know, you got to see Tisha as an individual. And Marcel's like, oh, I see her as an individual, because if I didn't see her as an individual, I wouldn't marry, because I ain't going to marry nobody that I don't see as an individual. And I'm like, well, that was the point he was trying to make, though. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Dr. Francis was like, you know, you can't argue with the truth, especially if the truth is right there in your face. And Marcel still is not getting it quite. I mean, I appreciate him putting in the work to try, which is a lot more than Lewis did, but he's still
wait, let me understand this, because I missed that. So what was Dr. Francis' point to Marcel?
No, I forget the whole point was, but Marcel's reply, because he was just like, you got to see her as an individual.
Yeah.
And you need to just try to understand her more, basically, I guess.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, I see her as an individual. So, like, he can't, like, he sees that together, how they move and how they are, but still, it's just something like that disconnect that she's not feeling, you know? And so he's like, you got to see her as her own self, her own individual in her own way. And he's like, oh, I do. Like, it's like a little bit like, I don't respect you.
No, you don't.
But, you know, and that's where he's trying to come from, you know, letting everybody into their situation because they feel like, you know, they've been having the problems for the past 3 years. Right. And here's the thought, though. They've been married for 16 years, right?
Yes.
So my thing is, after 16 years, has Miss Wanda been like this the whole time?
Maybe.
Because after 16 years, there ain't no way I'm going 16 years with my stepmama being in my face like this, like that, and all the time.
But I also think that sometimes because of the show, people want to act out and become the stars and do shitty things that even production is telling you to do. And so you compromise on many other things that, you know.
And that was the point I was trying to make. Is Miss Wanda doing most of this for the show? What was Miss Wanda and Marcel's relationship before the camera started rolling? Because I have heard that Marcel and Miss Wanda actually do get along. And this is really a lot for the show. So I would love to see how they really are together when the cameras ain't rolling, because there ain't no way Marcel has dealt with this for 16 years.
No way.
It's just not possible. You can't fathom that. Period. Right. It's just not happening.
Yeah. I don't think so.
She also doesn't trust Marcel, which is why she's not listening. Hey, that's true. I mean, when you got a man who can't give you a straight answer, how are you supposed to trust that?
Right.
That's the whole point. How are you supposed to trust your husband who can't give you a straight answer? Did you take a shit at 5 o'clock in the morning? Eastern time or Central time? You know, you got, just answer the question. Did you not? You know, it don't take all that to do that.
Right.
And that's what he does. And it's like, okay, that's how you are, but you understand how your wife is.
Right. There's some serious questions that I need a serious and a clear answer from you, from your mouth.
Right. I can understand if they stupid questions like, did you take a shit at 5 in the morning? But I'm asking you, is this you? Were you in the hotel?
Yes.
But specifically, you should know if that's you. You should know your husband's back.
I think that conversation.
You know if that's him or not.
Coming up. That conversation is coming up to in some episodes to come. When he said that he was with Chris, and then Chris is being questioned by Martel and said, "Yo, I was only with him for about."
Yes, see? And it's like he can't give a straight answer to no one. It just mind boggles me. And it's like so many more people would be on Marcel's side if he only met what the hell he want to say. I mean, if you could just give a straight answer, like all of this time, you just can't give a straight answer. Why can't you? What is the problem? They get along, but Wanda has always been out of line. She threatened to destroy their wedding if Teach's brothers weren't in it and put tracking devices in his car before the show started. That's toxic right there. That's a toxic mother-in-law for you.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point right there. Well, like you said, Wanda from the other side of the tracks. Don't get it twisted, okay?
Yes.
Remember, that's what they do on the other side of them tracks. Okay? Remember that. Remember that good. Damn. Don't ever forget that. So then it came to a point again where Tiffany and Lewis had a moment, because this was after Lewis had a breakdown and, cried. Had a moment and actually was crying. So now she's talking to him about this, and they're alone privately, just him and her talking. And he has another breakdown. He starts crying. He brings up his father and how his father was always there for him through all his games, whatever. He was there for him. He was an active father. And so,
that was. Yeah.
Felt that. And, she was like, I actually receive your tears and understand where you're coming from right now, because I never want you to think that about me. And, Tiffany is a busy woman and always, doing her work thing. And she's doing great things for the community and everything. But on the same time, you got to do great things for your family.
For your family. It starts from there. It starts from there.
It's the sacrifice you have to make somewhere.
Yes.
And that's what life is all about. And that is one thing Dr. Francis was saying, yes, if you ever had a loss and everything, and Lewis would just say, life is hard. Basically you got to just deal with it. And, he numbs himself. And I feel that, she may have took approach to that as well. For being with him so long, you start to have the same attributes as the person that you're with. And so
they haven't been together for so long.
They were both vulnerable.
They have not been together for so long, though.
True, but still, you would think you had picked up on something this long. I mean, period. You're there that long. So it's just like, so they finally had a moment, and who knows, and it had nothing to do with, the whole sex thing. It was just being present and all of that stuff. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's not even really the problem. This is something more deep-rooted than that.
Yes.
Way more deep-rooted than that. That maybe that's that one thing that they're not willing to talk about on camera. But it looked like it was seeping through. Unconsciously, not even thinking about it. Like we see something else going on here. Because it had nothing to do with a child. It had to do with your parents and your loss and all of that. And I think maybe they need to see Dr. Francis when they get back by themselves.
Privately.
And separately and together.
Yeah.
It looks like they got a lot of things that they may need to fix emotionally with themselves, so they can emotionally be there more for each other. Understand each other better. Because I mean, no matter, it's not make it look like it's a bad thing to have counseling when you're just now married. I mean, people counsel before they're married, through their first months, 6 months, and continue to do that. It's just always connecting and being there. It's not like you gotta go every freaking week, but check in, once every half a year or whatnot, just to make sure, because there's some things underlying that you may not even be thinking about that Dr. Francis could bring up, like, you know what, I didn't even think about that. Because she wasn't thinking about her losses, her 3 losses, and why this could be the reason why she feels she wants to have a baby. And now I wonder if that's how she still feels. After having that conversation with Dr. Francis, does she feel like she still wants to have a baby or not, because she's lonely and doesn't want to feel and wants that constant love that's always going to be there? But you're married. You have that constant love in your husband.
Yes.
You have the constant love in your husband. Yeah. So work on that, girl. Work on that. And shoot, maybe you'll feel the moment, have a great sex, and then pop out a baby.
Boom. There you go.
That great sexual energy might put some friction together of a baby.
There you go. There you go. You know?
That's how I feel. It goes hand in hand. Okay. So that's how I feel. Lewis Sears. You know what? I ain't even surprised, Ellen V. I ain't surprised. You are not moved, period, girl. Period. So I know it ain't move you. I don't know what would move you, but I know that did move you.
Ellen, you're not alone. I'm just saying.
Y'all ain't all kind of good. Y'all really ain't. None of either one of y'all. So then, what had happened was, we talked about them. So then this. You know, I'm glad this retreat is about to be over, because I'm glad of hearing about this. But the kicker is going to be, how much do we hear about this and them in this situation once the retreat is over? I bet you we won't even hear about it, because this was all just for the retreat, I feel.
For the retreat.
All this was. Because they had no other focus.
Right.
You realize when Dr. Francis talked to the Whitlows, he saw other things that were underlined. When Dr. Francis talked to Tisha and Marie, he saw other things that were underlined. But when he talks with them, it's strictly just about him Maurice wanting more sex. That's why I'm not feeling this. I do not believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Sorry. I just don't. We have been watching them for years now.
Yeah,
I know we ain't in their marriage like that to actually know them like that, but we see what we see, and we see what we see.
We have seen you, Maurice.
We receiving what we see. We never received that.
We have never had that problem for you, the two of you. We know over there it's good.
Period.
Yes.
And you gotta understand, they sort of like still just getting out of the newlywed phase, because they got married season 1 ago.
Yeah.
So y'all ain't even been married that long to be having sex problems. That's where another part comes to me. Like, really? Already? She ain't giving you enough? It don't show. Show.
Some of these people are monsters. It's like you want 7 times a day. Like it's like you're a vampire. Like
a vampire.
You can never satisfy.
Not a vampire. No.
Blood and blood and blood.
And so yeah, I'm just gonna need them to not put that out there, because it's not believable. Nobody believes it either.
We don't.
Nobody is believing it.
Yes, we don't. Period.
I'm just need y'all to come better than that. You should have. I would have believed it more if y'all came with the fact that you having problems, sharing the responsibility in the marriage, because it comes more off like that's more of the problem. Because
Kimmy is all here doing everything she has all by herself, and you're over here just, that's, yeah.
Because Dr. Francis said, if you would do more things with her, as in like helping with shit around the house, you're taking away her time to be with you, because you can't even help and lighten the load and lessen the time of the shit she got to do.
There you go.
Like, I ain't trying to fold on clothes, wash dishes, vacuum the floor, dust, clean windows, cook and shit like that. I'm sweaty as hell. Now you want me to go take a shower so I can get on top of you for you can say amen? No. Let me lay here and let me say amen.
Okay.
Because honestly, she got to do a lot of work if they is having sex, because it could be that simple as if she just got to lay there and let him do his business. But no, she got to put in the work when they have sex, obviously. If you're too tired to just lay there, then that's a whole nother situation. But if you can just lay there and receive it and get your pop on, that shouldn't be a problem.
Confessions is ready.
He just want Dr. Francis to back up off him. They always want Dr. Francis be coming though. He don't be stopping. He be going. Kimmy will be a CNC and I say, baby. Cheers, Monique. Cheers. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Kim is not a senior citizen yet. Leave her alone. Nobody believes and nobody cares. Exactly. Yes, Monique is taught it. Maybe Maurice ain't good at it. And we won't have. Maybe he ain't. Because I know. Because, yeah, that's another theory to look at it. Because if it's good, you don't care. If you want it, you want it. If it's good, you want it.
It
but
depends.
You don't want it.
It depends. It depends. Like, you know.
It depends, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how good it is. I mean, some days it doesn't matter. You're not for it, you know. Just
sometimes you just ain't in the mood.
Yeah.
And after attending to a house or running a house all day full of men who feel it ain't their job, you ain't in the mood. A lot.
The only mood that I always have is for something, you know, a drink. That I will always have a mood for.
See, Kimmy, you can tell him, look, Maurice needs to understand. If he can bust these suds, then maybe he can bust this nut. And he'll be okay. You gotta bust one thing to be able to bust another. You see, there's levels and balance to this. You bust these suds, I'll let you bust this nut. How about that? There we go. There we go. Period.
Compromise.
That's what marriage is about, right? That's what marriage is about. You got to compromise.
I agree.
1 for 1. There you go.
There you go.
It ain't that hard. But all she wanted some help around the house. I mean, when do you expect her to even be able? Because then he said at one point he wanted it twice a day.
Yes.
When? You a lawyer at work all day, so you just want her to just drop whatever she's doing at that moment and be like, okay, come on, let's go. Like, is she just supposed to be ready on the bed waiting for you? Like, so you tell me you probably want it before you go to work and what? When you come home?
Yeah.
Or before you go to bed?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to do that and go to bed, then wake up and do that right that quick?
Yeah. It's a prescription.
Are you even revved up and ready for the next round that quick, Maurice? I just need to know. Like, what you got going on? What blue pills you taking? I just need to know. Like, that's a lot. Like, you got to restore yourself first, son.
I agree. You know, they're not in their 20s anymore.
No.
You know, Monique said, you know, we are getting there. We are getting there to the senior citizenship, you know. So.
Oh, shit. This bra been drinking for 2 hours. No wonder you came in here on one, Alan. No wonder. I'm headed to the now. I think it's my last anywhere. We gonna try, Monique. We gonna try. I want to tell you to drive fast, but drive You know, run them yellow lights. Run them yellow lights.
Wait.
That's all I can say.
Wait, Luis has a gym?
And then he classes Luis says, oh, 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 oh.
I cannot.
No, she didn't. Where is my megaphone?
You decide today you have chosen violence.
No, she didn't.
Violence on these streets. That's what they've chosen. Monique and Ellen. Cannot
no, you know what? I be seeing some people in the background sometimes at the gym. Right? I think so.
I thought so.
I thought so. I mean, there be people, because when he had that conversation with Martell, there was like 2-3 people in the background I saw.
Yeah.
I remember seeing people in the background. I believe remember Destiny had so. Right, she sure did. And that's what I said. And that's why I wonder, like, okay, let's say, for instance, he don't have clients. Could that be the reason why we never see him in his, you know how you could show, they showed Marceau in his place of business. You don't see them in the store or wherever they're at, but you see him there. You know, him and Tisha have had conversations there and everything before. But you never see them showing Maurice at work. I know you can't show.
I know.
You can't show them with your clients. But you could show him doing paperwork after a client leaves or getting a debrief together or something along those lines.
Yes, or even Credit One. You know, is it Credit One or what is it? Is it Credit? What's your company?
I don't even know.
The credit repairing thing.
I forget. I don't know. But
that's
something new, ain't it? That's something just fairly new.
No, it's not very new. They've been working with the.
Oh no, I'm thinking about their charity thing. You're right.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah,
I really don't know. I'm not that sure what it could be.
Yeah, and especially because those are the things that the minorities we need help with. Like fixing your credit and all that. And those are the things that they brought their sister one time in the beginning of the show, but I haven't seen her ever after that.
Which sister? Who? Whose sister?
Maurice, the Scott's sister, because she was working with Maurice.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Damn, yeah. I don't even know. I'm saying they don't show them at work at all. And even with Mel, she got a lot of things going on besides just a skincare line. But that's all we've really seen. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen nothing else besides the skincare line. She's still, working on, like, what happened to that movie she was working on? She had a whole entire movie she was doing where she played a woman named Melanie. Not Melody, but Melanie. We don't
need anything else from Melody. No.
Well, I think she got another song coming out because someone had asked her when we. Someone had asked her when we get more music, and she said she working on a new single. I don't know if this is a single from the same album or if we about to get a new album with a new single.
And also about that, was she complaining, saying that she's not gonna be doing songs? Hey, goody. Was she complaining? Was she complaining, talking about she does not want to do any music because Destiny is giving her competition? I mean, you cannot compare the two. I mean, there's a talent, clearly, and there's something,
True that. But see, no one said anything. But what happened when they both?
Yes, Monique. Yes, show us.
Why? I never even heard of that. What happened when they both opened up for Monica? Because everybody made a big deal out of that, and when it happened, it was like whatever.
What?
when Destiny and Mel both opened up the show for Monica.
No, because everybody was like, "Oh, Destiny, she did amazing," and Melody was like, "We did it."
Why you do that, Mom? Why you do that?
There's no talent, zero talent over there. Like, let's stop playing.
I mean, you know, it seems like everybody in reality wants to have a chance at singing. Look at all the housewives. You see how many housewives have even a couple of housewife husbands has a single out and did something. So it's just a thing.
Even Kim Zodiac was singing. So you know what? Yeah, you know.
You know what? Kim can sit down too.
There you go.
That's why she ain't came out with nothing lately. She can definitely sit down.
There you go.
I'm just watching this episode.
You are so behind.
Dr. Francis laid into all of them goodies. He has something to tell them all. But you see how Lewis and Tiffany acted, don't you? How far are you?
Monique, you can agree though. That was a little bit better.
Trash. Monique said equally trash.
No, one was better.
Which one would you say was better, Monique?
Destiny, of course.
We gonna let Monique answer that. You up here answering for her. Which one was better though, Monique? Tell the truth. Be honest. I need it on the scoreboard from 1 to 5, 5 being the best. Where do you score them? Because I didn't see them. I just heard briefly that it happened and that was it. But I figured it would have been up and down my timeline when it happened, and it wasn't. I'm like, well, obviously then what Monique said, they both must have been trash. Because I ain't hear nothing about it at some point. That was it. That was it. That was all. But you know, but here's an observation. Mm-hmm. So since the show has started, there hasn't been no drama in real life time. Have you realized that? There's been no drama in real life time. But I did notice, like 2 days ago, Martell made a post and Ariane did like the post. So now she's back to liking his stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, what are we doing here?
Because I think Cherie and him are about to be done.
Why? Because she as done as Sheba Sheree?
Oh my gosh.
I feel she would have did better off by not even promoting it or doing it. Because now that it's out, you getting all this backlash from it. I would have just not done it.
And also, why are they bringing Candy back? Like, why are they bringing Candy to Real Housewives of Atlanta? She's coming.
That's a good question too. I don't know. But I loved Candy at the beginning.
Yeah, not anymore. Give me 1 second.
But now that Sheree is back and she's bringing more, and now I wonder if they've already broke the contract of Martell and her showing each other, being with each other and all that. You see, there was a whole entire, damn near a whole entire segment about her and Martell. They never said his name, but they talked about him for a good 8 minutes, and he asked him questions about her and him. Destiny was definitely better. She gets 1.6 and Mel gets a 0.7. Oh my God. So neither of them even got a 2? Honey, what did they sing? Did they get to sing only one song or did they sing more than one? Like, I need to know what was this? Was this, first of all, is Monica on tour or something? Or was this just some type of thing that she did? I'm trying to see how professional was this situation because I really need to know. Because it seems like it was all just bootleg and trash at some point. So if they even talked to each other at this event, That's why I'm trying to understand, like, how y'all both at the same event and y'all didn't talk to each other. Y'all didn't come to an agreement to be cool and cordial with each other. Or maybe they did and they saving that for the next season or whatever you want to call it. But I just don't understand. Monica was trying to be funny doing that shit. I appreciate the setup, Monica. I really, really do. Because I really, really went good had their cameras had been there. But we see that didn't happen. Mel did a karaoke. Mel did a karaoke and ruined some Mary J. Blige song. Then she did Side Chick of the Year. Destiny did on 10. Okay, well, at least she did her own stuff. It costs people nothing to be cordial. Exactly, checking you, boo. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They could at least be cordial. And that's how I feel. Mel and Destiny had a really good relationship. I feel really upset.
Wait. Who to be cordial with who?
Mel and Destiny when they went to
No. Once you put my business out there telling people that you paid my bills, ain't nothing about cordial. I'm not being cordial with you.
I mean, cordial for the sake of the business. You know, you're there to be professional. You singing. You ain't trying to start no drama, especially at Monica, because Monica is a professional singer. And
was there any drama?
I said they shouldn't want to start drama. That's why they should have wanted to be cordial. But if they was both there, like,
they did not have any drama.
Have both of them separately for them not to even come in contact with each other.
They did not have any drama. I don't think there was any drama during that time. You know, during the show.
No, there was because that's why people were making a big deal out of it because they were on good terms then. They ain't been on good terms since the last reunion.
Yeah, but wasn't a big deal because of the fans saying, you know, this one did better than this, comparing the two?
Say what now? What do you mean?
You know, when the fans were comparing the two.
Oh yeah.
And Melody, you know, when she was going in there, she was hoping that she's gonna be coming out as, you know, the best. That did not happen, and people enjoyed Destiny's, and she felt some type of way, I think. So this, you know, during their concert.
But see, that's one thing, you know, this ain't Destiny's first time at the rodeo. Destiny been, you know, putting out music. Yes. You know, she's been doing music for a while now. Whether people like her, appreciate her or not, she ain't new to this. She true to this. And so, for her.
On the other hand, Melody is very new. Melody is with zero talent. Melody is trying to, you know, come up with songs. I mean, I don't know what she's gonna sing about now that they are divorced. I mean,
I'm sorry. You just dogging the girl. You don't say nothing nice about her no more.
I said she's not lazy.
Good, she's not lazy.
I say that. I said if there's anything that you're gonna call Melody, you're not gonna call Melody lazy, and that's why I said, you know. Mrs. Holt, no, you cannot say your daughter-in-law at some point she was lazy. No, she has never been lazy. There are other things we can talk about, you know, she is not an artist. She really is not.
I mean, you're right. I mean,
can she act? Yo, you give me a script over here, you see how I can act. Do you understand?
To be fair, we haven't seen her in the movie yet. If it do ever come out,
no, I'm saying, but I'm saying acting career. I feel like everybody can really do an amazing job.
Well, how did that play go? She was in. Remember, she was in the play. That Martell was upset about.
Now, is she a wonderful business lady? She is. Yo, she's making money out of this skincare line that she's doing over here, and everybody's doing a skincare. Yo, even Doctor, what's her name? Married to Medicine, the girl with the teeth.
Dr. Abilene?
No, the other one. The short one.
You hold on, because I'm about to choke. Hold on.
Jesus.
Oh my God. Mine. Why? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Mine. No, you didn't just do that. I can't remember her name, but I promise you, I know who you're talking about now. You dirty as hell for that, Mime. You ain't shit for that, Mime.
I'm not gonna say it again.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm hot. Oh my God. Oh shit.
Yo, it's a Friday. I mean, it's Saturday. Let's have fun.
Okay. Okay, I'm good.
Let's have fun.
I'm good. Okay. Well, I forgot. What was the question?
I don't know what the question was. I don't know what was it.
Okay. We were talking about Mel in the play.
Yeah. So I was saying, anybody's coming up with the skincare stuff. Everybody is singing. Everybody, But I say she's a good business lady.
Thank you, Jackie. You boo. Oh my God. This girl be sending me. You know what I'm saying? She be sending me. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know, but wait, but what does she have to do with it? I'm missing the connection. What's the connection, vibe? What's the connection? There ain't one.
In the next episode, Confession, go ahead.
No. What's the connection to that? Why did you read her up?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I cannot with you, girl.
I did that. I don't know why I did that.
Hold on. Betty Boo said Mel is doing too much. Jack of all trades, master for none.
I'm so hot.
I know somebody else like that, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing though. I ain't gonna be messy.
We are not doing it.
Nope. I ain't gonna be messy. Anywho.
We know that.
So yeah, what you say about he? And I just put it to the liquor store crack perfect. Girl, I don't know. But okay, so the next episode
is gonna be good.
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I wish I had the next Saturday off instead of this Saturday. I would have, because I hate that I can't. Because I like to have pictures when we do it, and when I'm coming home from work, I don't have time to do the pictures because I just got to be able to watch the episode and get here to y'all in a good amount of time, so it ain't too late. It's already late when I come here, but you know what I'm saying. Got to come on. To come.
Yes.
Just can't have the pictures. See, at my old job, I used to be able to do all that shit.
On the side. Yes, I remember. Even you did one time. You did a live when you were at work. So
no, I did my live every weekend. I was at work and I did my live. I sure did. Now that was a good.
Yeah.
I job because I had a lot of time, but it was still more physical. But now I just get to sit pretty and do what I gotta do. But I just don't have the time no more.
Right. Yeah.
To be at leisure on my phone like I used to.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that y'all come whenever we do come on. Because it be a time. And you know me and my go give y'all what you want. We don't know what's gonna happen, but we gonna give it to you.
We just don't know.
We got our liquid courage.
Uh-oh. Hold on, let me refill mine.
What is she doing now? She done left me like 3-4 times.
I'm going to get a drink.
You finished? You just said. I need to catch up because I'm still on mine, just my first.
You are too slow. I can't do it. I can't. And
I didn't make it strong enough. I should at least put more Tito's in this one. Or I didn't switch it up enough. Then I'm drinking out of a coffee stir straw.
Oh, that's too small.
But I like it. I get more tipsy this way. It works in my favor.
Good.
It works a lot better. I get there quicker when I drink through a straw. That's what I've discovered about myself. Always learning new things.
Always.
Mine needs to go live from the kitchen. No, you need to have a bar right next to you. You need to get you a stand that you can have right next to you. Get you a little ice bucket. Look, this is what your husband needs to get you just for fun. Just a nice little thinking of you gift. He needs to get you a little stand. Order your little stand off Amazon. Put it together for you while you at work. So when you come home, you got it set up. You can have you a couple bottles or whatever. Your special glass, your ice bucket, some tongs for your ice, even though you can just take your hands and put it in. But you get some cute tongs for your ice and get you a little setup.
You know what?
I need me a bigger room for me.
That's a good idea. And I probably can even do a GoFundMe of the, some type of a situation over there. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I tell you to start a GoFundMe. I swear. Look, put your Cash App in the chat.
Yes, you
gotta get by the setup, y'all.
Some.
Cash App is appreciated.
Appreciated. That's what I'm saying.
I need one too. I got this right here. I know y'all can't see it, but I got something right over there that I could bring closer to me. See, right now it's got a microwave on it that don't work. That I should have took out months ago.
Yeah.
So if I take that out, bring it over here, I can have me a little setup too, which is what I do.
That's a good idea.
I think we need to do that. We both need to get our shit together over here, Mike. We both need to get our shit together. Yeah, who said Cheeto? What Cheetos? No Cheetos. Cheetos sound good now all of a sudden. Pro tip, straws and Cheetos out of it. You know what it is, Monique. You know what's up. You know what's up. What's it? Do it, mine. Yes, do it, mine. Get you set up. If y'all remember to turn your monetization, you could use the YouTube Buddy. I told you I had to.
What's YouTube money?
You might have been trying to remember. But what I had to do was take down all of the lives that I had put up for Ready to Love DMV Potomac season because YouTube was saying I was using video content that wasn't mine. So I had to take it all down. When I took it all down, it brought my watch hours down. So then I had to wait to get my watch hours back so I could get my monetization back. Now I have my watch hours back. I have been with Miss Marlene has accused Mel of being lazy. And I haven't reapplied yet. But I am going to reapply. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow.
You should do that. You have to do that, Confessions.
I know. I'm going to get it together this week. I'm going to try to do it tomorrow, probably after I have my, after I do my interview with Taj. I'm going to try.
Mm-hmm.
No, because then Big Brother going to be up. Okay, I'm going to do it this week. I promise y'all.
I need to watch Big Brother, really. Everybody's talking about Big Brother. I want to watch it.
Girl. And all you got to do, see, this season is almost over because it's over 2 weeks from Wednesday.
Okay.
It's the end of the season. But every single summer, a new batch of people come and a new batch of people pop off. So next summer, get into it.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Definitely get into it. I'll remind you.
And then you and I, are you doing a review on it?
If you start watching it, I'll do a review with you.
Yes, we have to
but
do that.
But I have to tell you, though, mine. When you do a review on Big Brother, it's a lot because Big Brother comes on 3 times a week. It comes on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Wow.
Then not only that, it's on 24 hours a day on Paramount Plus because they have cameras inside the house where you get to see what's going on 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Oh my gosh.
For instance, there was a couple who did the dirty, and they did the dirty in the have-not room.
Oh, that kiss was
floaty. For
that
10
kiss
seconds.
was good. Is that about the kiss?
The kids?
Kiss. The kissing that they did.
Oh, kiss. No, that's Taylor and
that was good. Oh, that was good. I was like, yes.
Woo! That's Taylor and Monty. Yes. We've been waiting for that to happen. But I'm talking about this unmelanated couple who one of the dudes was called out as a racist this season. Him and a girl that he was liking, they had sex, but it only lasted for 10 seconds, literally 10 seconds, on a floaty in the have-not room, which is the worst room in the house. That's a punishment room. But anyway, he's considered as the KKK. His name is Kyle, and we call him, and when we text on Twitter, we call him KK Kyle. So there's 3 Ks in his 2 Ks, then the K for his name Kyle. And then when we put the girl in it, we call him KK Kylissa. So when he gets out, he's gonna see everything that everyone's been saying about him. Poor guy. He is gonna deactivate his Twitter and everything.
Oh, because they don't have access. Because they don't have access to social media.
Yeah, because they have no access. When they're in the house, it's only them. They have no access to the outside world. They can't have their phone. They can't watch TV. They can't they can't talk to their family. Nothing. They are in this house for the whole entire time they're playing this game. And when they're eliminated, like the first 6 go home. But after that, there's something called the jury. So at this point, when everyone is eliminated, they go to the jury house. These people have to decide who they want to win the money at the end. So the very people that you've lied to and set up and evicted out this house are the ones you got to hope is going to vote for you to get the money at the end. That's how trifling Big Brother is. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yes. It's really good. I'll explain it more to you one time, but it is like the best show. I have watched every single season, and this is the 24th season. Not to mention the others are celebrity Big Brothers, which is what Tamar Braxton.
That's what I was going to ask. What's the difference between celebrity? Yes.
Okay. Celebrities do it for like a month.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Tamar. I remember Nini.
Yep. But the regular Big Brother, they do for 3 months. 3 months. You are isolated in a house with only the people who are playing the game. So that becomes your life. Like whatever's going on outside the world, you don't know Look, they don't know that the queen died right now. They don't know nothing about what's going on in the world. The last time they got to know anything that was happening in real time was when 9/11 happened. That was the last time they knew anything in real time.
Oh my gosh, I want to watch it. That's interesting.
You are completely shut off from the outside world. The outside world does not matter at all but this game.
Wow.
Girl, it's the best thing ever.
Yes, I love that.
Yes. It's really something to get into. But that's the thing about trying to review the show.
Yes.
You got to be committed because it comes on 3 nights a week, plus the feeds. We call them live feeds because everything is live for the 24 hours, 7 days a week. So yeah, it's a lot, girl, a whole lot. I would love to be able to, if we can figure out a way to review it without taking too much of our time, we can. We have a whole year to figure it out.
Figure it out, yeah.
Summer. So let's try to see if we can figure something out. We can definitely do that. So yeah.
And we can also use Twitter Space. Twitter Space is also something that we can use, you know.
Yep, and Kamisha does a lot of Twitter Space about Big Brother. Yes. So and that's a big thing. So that would be a lot of fun to do. What'd she say? Right. Yeah, so I got my watch hours back. I just gotta reapply now and send them the video and wait for them to respond and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna get it back, y'all. I'm gonna get it back. Candy said she almost lost her mind going to Celeb Big Brother. That's what I'm saying. It's not for the weak. Like one of the girls this season, her name was Paloma. She evicted herself the very first week. She self-evicted because she couldn't handle it. She had a breakdown. Like you gotta go through mental tests and all of that to be able to be in this house, because that's what this house does to you. Like you will completely lose your mind. There's a girl losing her mind right now that's still in there. Brittany, she's losing her mind right this minute, probably as we speak, probably rocking back and forth, crying, talking to the cameras. She's been doing it the past week because she knows she's about to go home this week. It's her time to go. And it's a lot. It's a whole bunch of a lot. Yeah. So yeah, you lose your mind in this house. And the prize is $750,000. And the second place person I think is $50,000.
How many people are left right now? How many people are left?
Okay, so there's Monty, Taylor, Taylor's HOH, the black girl. Monty is a black dude who was kissing. He just won veto. Then you've got Turner, who Taylor and Monty have a final 3 with. And then you have Brittany, the girl that's about to go home Thursday. She's about to go home Thursday. So she's on the block with Turner. But Turner has a final 2 with Monty and Taylor. And see, Monty is the only person who's not on the block right now. And Taylor, since she's HOH, she's not allowed to vote. So only Monty is the only person who has to vote. So Monty is about to vote to evict Brittany. He's the only person that can vote because it's down to that many people. So that's the thing. And that's how she knows she's going home, because Brittany and Monty haven't had any game this whole entire season. And everyone knows that she lied. So Monty's about to evict her.
Is she black or white?
White. No, because it's Monty and Taylor who are black, and then Turner, he's mixed with something, but he looks white, and then Brittany's white.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was the whole problem with the whole Kyle, the racist dude.
Yes.
He made comments to other White House guests, Brittany, the white girl, being one of them. He went to her and Michael, who she was attached to before they had kicked him out, and told him that he thought that the minorities were making a cookout 2.0. And the cookout is the people who dominated the house last summer and won. And finally, a Black person won Big Brother for the first time in Big Brother history. So now white people are all on edge, like, okay, now we gotta watch out for all the Black people who gonna probably try to do the same thing. That's the mentality Kyle had. But it came to a point where Brittany and Michael had their backs up against the wall, and one of them was going to be evicted. So they used that information against Kyle and told all the Black people in minority, all the Black people that were left in the house that was going to happen. And that's when he got kicked out. I'm telling you, that's much.
Interesting.
This game is the bomb.
I want to watch it.
So much happened because you could think this person is going home, but that person ends up going home because you have time to campaign to other house guests to get them to give you their vote to stay. But so much stuff happens within that time. People are like, oh, she's crazy. She's the one going home. Or people will find out information, be like, oh, that was going on? Okay, he going home. So you never know who's going to go home to like the last day, damn near.
Dang. That's what I want to watch.
And the thing is, you like watching the feeds because CBS is going to edit it to look a certain way.
Yeah.
But you can't edit the live feeds when it's going on in real life time 24/7.
What do you mean the live feeds? Who is doing the live feeds?
The live feeds is what you can watch. It's on Paramount Plus. Oh. You can watch the live feeds of what's going on. Like I could turn it on my phone because I got Paramount Plus on my phone. Oh. Like I could turn it on my phone right now and see exactly what's happening with the house guests at this very moment. Because there's cameras throughout the entire house that shows every room in the house of what's going on. And you see people scheming, being conniving, making final threes, telling secrets on other people, talking shit about other people, getting other people to want to go against that person, making all types of deals and lying about the deals they making. Like you can lie. Like you can sit there and shake somebody's hand and say, okay, we got a final deal. We're in alliance together. You can go ahead to the HOH and say, oh, that person just said that they want me in alliance with them, but ain't they in alliance with you? All of a sudden, that person going home against the person that's the alliance, that's the HOH. It works crazy. This game is ruthless, my
gosh.
This game is ruthless.
Damn.
I'm
watching. I'm watching. Next summer, I am watching, and we are doing something.
And Taylor, the girl who's HOH now, they've been trying to get her out and bully her since week 1. Now, here she is. Okay, this is how it all happened. Taylor is Miss Michigan. She won the pageant for Miss Michigan one time. So she's a pageant girl. She's very well put together.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, pageant girls love to dress up, look nice, all this stuff. So the first week, you know, she was manifesting. She came out in this glittery, one shoulder off jumpsuit, pretty as hell. And she said, you guys want to see my finale outfit? Everyone got mad that she did that. All of a sudden, all the girls did. They got jealous. Let's just be real.
Of course.
So it was called the Girls Alliance. I told you they make alliances to help each other get in. So they all powwowed together and just decided that Taylor was just this horrible person, and she says this and that and the third, and everyone should be against her. So at that point, the whole entire house basically started not liking her and wanted to get her out. She was on the block so many times at the beginning, but then at some point something happened, and Turner, the guy that they have a final 3 with, was like, I don't like the way she's being treated. He went to another person, and at some point they had formed something called the Leftovers, because everyone who wasn't part of Alliance was the ones left over. So they became an alliance, and they got everybody out the house. But the point is, she came out in her outfit, and everyone thought it was this, and the third, and so everyone hated her. But here she is, about to actually rock this on finale.
Yes, it looks like it.
It's everything, girl. This show is everything.
Is Monte married?
Say what?
Is Monte married?
No.
Okay, so why were people were people catching feelings because of the keys?
Rules along with. Wait, what I'm checking? I missed out. Check. You remember Jeremy Speaks? He would cuss on his lives, and he said one day he has to stop because the pay difference is way more. Well, let me stop cussing. So I guess it's worth it, but only if you're constantly pushing out content. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, Big Brother game is ruthless, but that is how people are in real life. The smile on your face and stab you in the back when you heard that sometimes. Exactly. So it's like you can't be mad in the game. Some people take offense to it and they're not even friends once the game is over. But a lot of people realize it is a game and it was just strategic to do this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
They get over it at some point. But some don't. For instance, last year I told you the cookout one, right?
Yeah.
So the cookout, the reason they won is because they worked together, but each person in the cookout had a offbeat alliance with someone that wasn't in the cookout, which is how they were able to win and go to the end. So some of those people went to go play on this season of the challenge that's on USA on yes right now.
Yeah.
Okay, one girl got one of the other ones eliminated from the game because she was mad of how he did her in the Big Brother game last summer. That's why I said people carry this with them and carry it to other things. So that's why this game is the way it is. You have people who you remember from years ago who played this game. And the more
I feel like I wanna, I wanna apply. Am I too old?
No, because they have people as old as in their 50s in the game. And so it's no problem. Like everyone can, as long as you pass the qualifications, the physical and the mental, obviously you can do it.
I don't know about the physical. What do you the physical man?
Because you play a lot of games.
My stomach
some
is not
games
good.
are very, very physical.
Oh, my stomach is not going to cooperate on that one. Yeah.
But if you have you can go your whole entire game. You can go the whole entire game without winning. Like Brittany, the girl that's about to go home this week, she just started winning stuff because there's only 4 people left to play the game. So of course you're going to win. But she ain't won nothing the entire season. But
you know what I'm going to do, Confessions? I'm going to watch this last one just so I have an idea of
like what I'm saying, it doesn't end until the 28th. So it comes on tomorrow. It comes on tomorrow night. And that's where you're going to see
the elimination.
Taylor put the people on the block who are the 2 nominees.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's not coming on Wednesday because Survivor starts, but the live eviction is Thursday at 9:00. And that's and that one is live. That happens in real time. So we see what's happening right then and there when they do the live eviction. So that's the best episode because once that person is evicted, they have to crown a new HOH because the game kind of starts over each week because you have an HOH. That HOH has to nominate 2 people to put on the block.
Who gets to decide who is HOH? Who gets to decide?
The game. You have to play a game, and whoever wins is HOH.
Okay.
That HOH has to then nominate 2 people to put on the block. Okay. Then you play another game called the Veto Competition. Whoever is the winner of that gets to take someone off the block if they don't want them on the block. And the HOH has to replace that person with someone else. Now, these 2 people are on the block. And so then you have a couple of days to campaign to get the votes. You have to have the majority of the votes in order to win. And then those people vote one person to get kicked off. That person leaves the house. Now it starts over again. Now you got to play HOH again. Now there's a new HOH. There's a new HOH each and every week. But the outgoing HOH isn't allowed to play the next HOH. That's the rule. If you're HOH now, you can't play to become HOH again. So you can never be HOH twice in a row. Play the next one. So now,
we have, after Brittany goes home, we only have 3 people.
So Brittany's going home, still 2 people. So when it gets down to the 3 people, so this is how Thursday is going to go. Once Brittany leaves, they're going to play, you got to have another HOH. But this is what they call, when it gets on the HOH, it's different. 3, it gets different. So now you're going to play HOH part 1. One person gets to win HOH part 1, okay? Then the 2 people that didn't win gets to play HOH part 2. Whoever wins between those 2 people is the other HOH. Now, the first HOH and the other HOH have to play a game to become the last standing HOH. Okay? Whoever wins that game gets to pick who they want between the other 2 people to sit in the final 2 chairs with them. The final 2 chairs is the 2 people that everyone that got evicted has to pick who they want to give the $750.
You know what? And because there's these 2, Monty and what's her name?
Taylor.
They're already sleeping with each other.
But here's the kicker. This is where it's funny. Monty has a final 2 deal with Turner. He's telling Taylor that they're cool too. Which they are. But see, Monty is sitting in the best spot because Turner and Taylor, if either of those 2 win the 3rd HOH, they're both going to take him. So it would kind of be in Monty's best interest to not win either HOH. Because even if he doesn't win, he's still going to be sitting in the final 2 chairs because both of them will take him to the final. That's how he can play that. Because if he shows his cards, because if he wins, he'll have to show his cards on who his final 2 really is. So he'll have to either pick Turner or Taylor to sit with him in the final 2 chairs. And if he does that, that could compromise his vote. Because if he doesn't pick Taylor, Taylor goes to the jury, and she's one person who has to vote for him to win. And if Turner goes to jury, he's that vote for him to win. So in order for him to secure the vote, it would be in his best interest to not win either one. One season, a man did exactly that. He didn't. He played for like maybe a minute, and he dropped off. He said, "Both of you need me to go to final 2. I don't need to win." And he was right. One of them 2 won, and they took him to the final. I don't remember if he won or not, but that's how good this game is. You be so good.
That's interesting.
It's so good. Like if you watch it tomorrow,
you don't want to stop.
Home, I can fill you in on what's going on because I'm gonna be watching it, of course. So let me know if you watch it. I'll fill in the gaps for you of what's going on. Okay. Any final thoughts before we get out of here? Next week is just about to be gravy, baby. This is where the drama is going to start. We have the calm before the storm. Now we about to see this fight. We about to see everything that's happening with Destiny and Mel again. It's getting interesting now. Yes, honey. Yes. It's all good, you know.
This was fun.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, everybody in the chat, thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for sticking with us, talking about Big Brother. I really would love to review it.
Yeah.
So if you want to, and we can talk about the finale if you want, just to get us in the mood and start it for next season if you want. If you want,
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it tomorrow, and then of course I feel like it's very interesting. From what you're telling me, I want to watch it.
Yes, so just so you know, Taylor is HOH, so she can't vote. So what we're gonna see is Monty he's going to have to stand up in front of them all and be like, I choose to evict you. You got to go. And so that's how that's about to play out. And Monty is the only one who can vote. He's the only one. So whoever he decides to go, pew, you out, you out. Period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Damn.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
We could try to do a quick review for, I wouldn't mind, because, yeah, a lot happened this season. I hated I don't want to use that word. I disliked a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I didn't like how everybody tried to play my girl Taylor. Don't play with her. Mm. Don't play with her. That's Miss Michigan. And I'm from Michigan.
I know.
That's for my Michiganders. You heard? But yes, so check us out Tuesday. We'll be back to do Bell Collective.
My gosh.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, honey. So make sure y'all is here. Check our flyers. Make sure y'all following us on Instagram so y'all can see our flyers of what time we will be doing it. But until then, love yourself, love one another, and drink responsibly. We out this nasty thing.